What if? What if we use the same energy that we have against turning on one another and use it on for a greater good? Think about it. The person close to you is the person who can help you. Let's say even if you have your family or people that you know far away from you, your first aid is the person next to you. Maybe your neighbor, maybe the stranger or a good Samaritan, but near your vicinity. That's the first person who will assist you before you get assistance from other people. And what if? What if they were not your religion? What if they are not your ethnicity? What if they are not your race? Does that then change the difference of them assisting you in whatever it may be? You see, we are all different. Exactly. We are unique. Exactly. Physically, we may be different. Some have all features, some are deformed, some are disabled. But we have one constant thing. We have a heart and your blood that turns red and features within our internal organs that relate in that makes us all function. So that's our common factor. The others can be very different. We may be brought up in different societies, different economic statuses, different approaches to life, different ideologies, different cultures, different value system. But still common factor is you're human. You cannot behave like an animal. Sadly, though we kind of are behaving in that way, but that does not change the fact. The fact still remains you're human. You're not a bird. You're not a cat. You're not a dog. You're human. Again, we will fail each other. Those are facts. But is it the 90% that fails you? Not really. It could be a bigger percentage, but there could be 1% who makes a difference. Remember, the success of anyone who ends up becoming a successful person has many stories behind him or her of many attempts where they were looked down upon. It's not like rocket science that someone will wake up and say, I'm producing this, or everyone claps. Not really. Unless you're a rich person who has the money and everybody is clapping because you have the money. Remember, nobody questions the person who has the wealth. If the wealth utters things that are foolish, people still clap for that individual. Why? Because the money talks. But take away the money and the power and the influence, they're just another person like you and I, who most people won't listen to. And that's the thing that's always funny about life. Is even when you look at influencing, is the one who has the number of followers or more likes or more comments in their section that they are more taken more serious than just your typical person who may have one or two. But the one or two is more authentic than the bigger number, because you keep forgetting many people, out of the pressure and sadly not wanting to be very authentic, they do buy followers, they do buy comment section, they do buy the likes. I mean, the boss do the comment section. We have people who literally work on mining on that area. Does that then make them any different from a politician? Not really. Because think about it. A politician has to pay people to clap hands for them. Very few are able to move crowds without even doing anything. They are there. They exist, many. But they're not like the 100%. They could be like, let's say, the 10 to 15%. Or literally, they don't need to say much and they move crowds. And then you have the bigger crowd who, as usual, they have to pay. They have to pay people to come for their campaign. They have to pay people to dress in a particular way. They have to pay people. They have to pay people. They have to pay people. But they end up looking like clowns, because at the end of the day, the people they keep paying, because if you don't pay up, I just move my votes or my support to the next person who pays. It's sort of a very sad and interesting gamble. By the end of the day, we all have something unique to bring at the table. It doesn't matter if you have it all or you don't have it. We all make a difference. If you want a development, you need a worker. You need an expert, a contractor who can be able, let's say you're building a road. You need someone with the expertise. You need the approval of your county and the country. If at this point you say you're doing the contractor from outside the country, we have all those immigration documented that needs to be done for the external contractor to be allowed to come and perform in your country. You have the county or the state or the place or the ward where this development has to occur. You have the workers, and most of the workers, they're not like the expert to the expert. It's just a normal person who does the manual labor, casual per se. But at the end of the day, each one of, and then you have the funding, whether it's the government funding or an external fund. We have the one who provides the resources for the cars. You have the one who provides resources, the food, and all those factors ends up making a team to build up that one road. Or let's look at it from the context of a building. A building has many people who have to come together to make it happen. First, you need the land. Two, you need the resources. Three, you need the technical expert. Four, you need the workers. At the end of the day, where do we keep seeing? They all come together to build one thing. Are they of the same race? Are they of the same ethnicity? Are they of the same religion? No, very different. But as they come together and everyone plays their role to the best of their expertise, they end up making something great. And that's the one thing we always keep forgetting. Our communities is who build us up. Our community isn't literally only the one where we live or where we've grown up. No. Your community could be physically where you are at the time, the environment to which you are at the time. It could be a work environment, it could be a business environment, it could be a social environment, it could be even a digital environment. At the end of the day, that environment, that community matters a lot. Because let's look at where the world is. Is the world not dividing us among races, ethnicities, religion, and every other thing? It is. Is it really helping anyone? Not really. Just because I'm of a different religion and you're of a different religion, does it not mean we can't have one particular thing that we can agree? Yes, we have a differences in religion. That's okay. I mean, not all the time you have to have everything right, but our difference is what makes us unique. The problem is when you feel entitled one over the other to overrule the other and feel I am better than you are better than me. Put the facts on the table, put the evidence, and then let someone choose to agree to disagree. But when you impose your ideas on anyone, then that's where the problem comes. The problem is we keep imposing. Not everyone can eat meat, or not everyone can take veggies. Does that make him any lesser human than the other person? No. There's someone who has issues with their health, whether it's chronic, whether it's cancers, whatever it may be. Does that make them lesser human? No. So at the end of the day, we always keep forgetting that community base is what works at the end of the day. We all have something that is unique to bring at the table. We do not have to agree on everything. Exactly. Why do we agree on everything? No, we disagree. It's in that disagreement, it's in that moment of tension, trying to say it may be right, it may be wrong, that we all come to one agreement and say, you know what, I may not agree to this, I may not agree to that, but this. So what if? What if we appreciated? Sam is good at the artistic side. Someone is good at teaching you nature trails. Someone is good at cooking. Someone is good with the mechanical skills. Someone is good in the corporate level. Someone is good in helping you understand taxation and all those things. At the end of the day, we are all unique and special in one way or another. That shouldn't make us take our gloves and say, let's hate one another. Let's look at when we talk about history repeating itself. Who won in all these battles? The one who shot the other one? The one who took the life of the other one? The one who came and took the land of the other? Because last I checked, the same nations that colonized, the people seem to be having issues with that heavy taxation. So who won at the end of the day? Is it the soldiers who went to war for their country because they were told by their leaders? Because they came back and they can't own a house. They come back, but they're in debt. So what was the value of going and destroying another country, another community, just because of different ideologies? Last I checked, no one on. The only person who wins at this is, as usual, whoever is at the top of the pyramid, and that's not even your politician is on top of the pyramid, is the people who fund the whole system. And the other thing we keep forgetting is all around us, we are being pushed to the edge. But don't let the edge be your determinant. We are all unique. Yes, we have our differences, but that should not make us be divided. We have one reality. We are human. We are mankind. The animals rely on us to an extent. If we destroy the environments around us, they have no home. So at the end of the day, it is good to agree and disagree mutually, as long as you disagree and agree with respect. Not entitlement, not coming to show the other person that we are superior. No. Humble yourself. Learn another culture. Appreciate that culture. Appreciate the differences. We are all unique.